This is a room
Yeah.
that we are right now building. It's a platform. As you can see, there is newspaper here, print publishers. There are going to be about 5 publishers here. So I'm going to mute myself here so I don't have to create situation. You can read the newspaper here, right? Then there's going to be Daily Oriental for the Oriental readers. There's going to be Otusam Boreno for the publishers. There's going to be, different magazines and so forth, as you can see, Boreno Post and Team FM Radio, okay, radio stations, because these are, like I said, these are publishers. So what we want to do is drive traffic for people to watch or listen or read inside these tech talk rooms. Okay. So this room that you see also has many other capabilities. For example, we can have guests in here. We can do file transfer. We can do chat. We can connect it to the social medias. Here we are connecting it to the chat GPT, for example, as you can see. And people can communicate here, so we can bring different guests here. We can also broadcast this through OBS. So when somebody comes in here, you say, hi, how are you? Blah, 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 blah. And then all of a sudden, camera appears right in here. Now we can broadcast that to the audience. Okay. So everything that I do in here can be seen through the broadcasting model and so forth. Or if you just want to pay attention to the content, we can just do this like you see, and then we can bring the content on the background. So all of these things that we are doing right now is possible, or just by simply exiting out. We have many, many rooms, but this particular platform is designed for a launch that's by a publisher called K Media to an establishment that we call it K Room. So you can give us a little proposal. We submit it to this group because their goal is to go from a few thousand customers that they already have to millions. Okay. And one of the ways, obviously, is to increase their social media awareness, right? So, with that in mind, the people that they have room, but for example, we are doing this just to let you know. So this is a exhibition hall, for example. You can come to an exhibit in here. You can meet with the people. You can go, here are the sponsors. Here you can click here. You can go into the booth. You can go to the pavilion. From the pavilion, you can have different booths. You can rent booth in here, and you can have sponsors and brands and everything else, plus all the amenities, company information, catalog, coupons, agent, external link, etc., etc. So we normally build rooms for clients based on different projects that they are doing or what they want to do. So you can get, like, even connecting it to Metaverse, for example. You can bring that right in here. Metaverse Green Rainbow comes in here. You can say continue. You pick up a character, starts loading it, and the Metaverse comes in here, and it works. We've done all of these kind of things, but we normally try to sit down and understand what the client wants to do, and then based on that, create the venue and the monetization that they're looking for, and then make that available to them. So this kind of things, it's not something that we really spend a lot of time on, because here, you've got all these things. And if I want to go forward, like for example, to the streaming and so forth, I can do that right in here, as you can see. I can rotate, I can do all of these things. I can have guests in here. We can do the same thing together. So there's a lot of things we can do, but more importantly is giving you one assignment called Tech Talk, okay, to see how you can work with it as an assignment. And then we can start giving you other leads or other generation that we can generate business. That's basically this, what I call the scope of a SOW, rather than doing it, because now we know you can do some of the things, but we got to do a project that we can create monetization from it, not just increasing eyeballs. That has no interest to us. So take a look at it. Let us know what you can do and give us a little proposal on it, and we pass it to their management. So when they're adding this into a plan and a budget and a production, they include that, and then you know you're getting paid and doing what you promised that you will do. I think that would be the best thing to do.
Okay, sir, thank you. We understand you're running your room. We visit your room, your website. Everything is so nice, and really, really, we.
Yeah, thank you. We take a lot of pride in our work, actually. It's a lot of, I always try to tell my colleagues, because I work with a lot of team in different parts of the world, but I tell them that they always need to excel themselves. So we always push the envelope. We always try to do different things that has never been done. But the essence of our work is about building real-time communications and collaboration and broadcasting as a service. And that's what we do. We build them into a virtual private cloud. We power it with AI and machine learning at both ends, from the machine and all the way from the user interfaces. And then we power that and hand it over to the customers that they can do their own enterprise or projects that they're looking forward. So that's just giving you some general idea of what we do and what we think we can work with you as a colleague, that we can do an experimental, like I said, as an assignment. So this is a work in progress. It hasn't been launched, so it's zero. So that gives you a very good base to start from, because the team in Malaysia, they have set up a studio. They have the team to do the video broadcasting, the collaborations, recording, all of those things are already been set up. So the only thing is that what we want to do is we have another platform. I'm going to show you again, because since I have you here, at least you can get to see it. This other platform called Let's Stream. Let's Stream is a big channel wave. Like, for example, when we want to bring hundreds of thousands of people into the rooms, we go in here, for example, and get in there. Okay. And what happens in here, this channel that you see as Tech Talk, for instance, it'll be launched, and then the video that you see in here, because previously recorded, we were doing the testing, the brand comes in here and hundreds of thousands of people can come in here and watch it. So example of that is where we have right now channels. Best example I can give you is from Los Angeles, Esports TV. Streaming is going to come from Los Angeles. Okay, it's gamers. People can join in here and watch it in here. When we record this, then we put it on YouTube, and then we can increase the traffic. So we always bring the live people into a room like this that you see. We are one of the Netsters, one of the partners into this equation, and we broadcast that to the audience, right? So people can come in here, they can participate, and etc. And we share that inside this kind of venues. We call them virtual venues. So we got two kind of venues, if you will. Venues that what we call digital media rooms, like these rooms that I just showed you, and or rooms that this. Also we are working with right now with some CRMs and so forth ourselves. Like, for example, here, we just integrated to the CRM that when somebody wants to schedule an appointment with us right in here, they can do exposition in here, or they can schedule a call right in here, as you can see, and so forth. And they can obviously click on videos, watch call to actions, or things that we want them to do, and so forth, so they can see how things work. and then they can go from there. But the general idea is always building a way between content, audience, and the broadcasting gateway that they can establish protocols. And that's what, again, it's worth mentioning to you so you get a general idea that we do a live streaming into our own venue and then record that and put it on YouTube, and then you can increase the traffic after follow in case you missed it. That was really the game. So we have two gateways. We are not going to stream our events live on YouTube, but we're going to stream the post-recorded content on YouTube. For K-Media, I'm talking about.
We understand your own things. Now we can start your work today.
You can start looking at it to give me a state of work, because we plan to launch this in July 27, as I mentioned to you. I'm meeting with their management, for example, tonight. Okay, obviously we have 12 hours of time difference between Kuala Lumpur and Florida. So the main goal and objective is having them to sign off with your services, not by me. I will make recommendation of your services, but your services has to be approved by what we call the paymaster, who's going to pay for the entire budget launch. But we want to see in your proposal, not the way that you've done, maybe you can put on a little Excel file, I don't know how you do things, but they say, I do A, B, C, D, E, F, I do this quantity of reservation, and this is what I want. You know, a simple one-pager, okay, that we can look at it and say, okay, is this a value to the management? And if the management says,